we got to talk about the Podfather, one of my major inspirations, and definitely look up to this guy, Joe Budden.
Mm.
Now, he's definitely done amazing things in the podcasting atmosphere, or whatever, and he's doing amazing things on his channel right now. It's pretty amazing. But apparently, he went off on one of his co-hosts, Queenzflip, and it went viral. So let's go and see what Media Takeout has to say about this. A behind the scenes video of Joe Budden going off on his co-host and Joe Budden podcast employee, Queenzflip, has gone viral online. Now, Media Takeout know they were mad messy about reporting it as Joe Budden podcast employee. Queenzflip probably would have an issue with them phrasing it that way because I'm sure he's probably viewing it as a joint venture.
Mhm.
Things got heated during the recording after Budden brought up co-host Imani's fight on Queenzflip's live stream. Imani verbally confronted a man named Back Woody before Queenzflip is forced to throw Woody to the ground to stop the fighting. The brawl did not take
Mm.
place at the JBP, which is the Joe Budden podcast, but Budden was clearly annoyed by the incident and, according to Flip, accused him of setting Imani up. So we do have
Mm.
video of the argument. Um,
I feel about anything I feel like saying, what the fuck I feel about.
My fault, champ.
What the fuck are you talking
I'm
to?
talking to you. I said I'm
But
talking to you
my
twice.
response to that is, you don't check my words.
I do check your words when you
You
talking
can't
to
check
me.
my words.
Based off of what?
You can't
Based
check-
off of what? Because you paying me, nigga? I'm a
No,
grown man.
because I'm
Based
an
off of
adult
what?
and you can't check
But
my
you saying
words.
stupid shit about me and you keep doing
Then
that.
respond in words.
Come on, man.
But you or nobody else in this world
Nobody-
can tell me how
nobody-
the fuck to talk. Who the fuck are you talking
I'm telling
to?
you how you making me feel in the moment.
Then say that. Don't say you can't say that. You ain't
That's
supposed
just
to
that's
say.
just a
Say what the fuck I want to say.
Alright, I hear you.
The success of my shit. Who the fuck are you talking to?
'Cause you always
I
say
ain't one of them
niggas-
envious niggas in the street. I'm
I didn't say-
already.
I didn't say you
Your
envious.
success don't bother me.
But you always say something
Stop
negative.
talking to me
But you
like
always
your
say
success
negative.
bothers
Don't-
me.
don't touch
As
me.
if I ain't been one of the
But you-
biggest advocates of your
But you
success.
always say something
Watch your
negative.
fucking
You
mouth.
highlight negativity, nigga. You highlight negativity. Period. You a negativity highlighter. Fuck you talking. When you was mad at me and that shit popped up with the girl, not one time you talked about it, nigga. With the battle rap shit when the bitch got signed. Not one time. You highlight everything negative, nigga. Fuck you talking about when it come to me.
What
It's negative.
battle rap?
Cracking jokes. Cracking jokes, nigga.
What battle rap?
And I'm not arguing with you. You're right. I gotta go.
What
I'm not
battle
arguing
rap
with my man, you
girl are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
You gotta, it doesn't matter. You highlight negativity. You know what I'm saying. Now you gonna go on the shit and say, yo, you setting niggas up.
No,
Knowing
I'm
how
not.
big this is. Stop, bro.
Flip, you're wrong. I'm not saying anything.
You just
like
said that on the
Yeah.
camera. Yo, you set him up to put the shit on me. Knowing how
Okay.
powerful your voice. No, don't take it out. I want it in there, but you
This
always
is
do that.
just here. Please don't think I'm saying something because the camera's rolling. I said that over there. I'm not saying nothing because the camera's rolling, nor am I going to go on air and say that. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Yeah. And they're friends?
well, see, the thing is, I wouldn't necessarily call it friends. Like the story of the Joe Budden podcast is one that's sordid and rather complicated, but I'll try to dumb it down and keep it simple. But basically, it used to be these two guys named Rory and Maul on there. I don't know if you ever was watching it then, but it used to be Joe Budden and the Rory and Maul podcast. And one thing, they used to all be on the same pod. They ended up leaving, so then he had got two new hosts, and then he just kept adding host after host after host. So now he has, I think, a total of like maybe 8 different mics or something on his pod. There's him, there's Queenzflip, there's Ice, there's Ish, there's Melissa Ford, there's Parks, there's Imani, and there's some dude that was on CNN before that's on there too. So those guys, that's pretty much the pod team there, but it's pretty large.
Mhm.
So it's just, like he kind of runs it like a business. Everybody's on contract. Nobody has percentages or nothing like that. Roy and Maul
Mhm.
had percentages, and he's treating everybody like employees. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I mean, I guess you would if you're running a business. You know what I mean? I could see that. You know what I mean? But this isn't how you do things. I wouldn't put a conversation like this with anybody that I was hiring
Right.
at the pod online like that. And especially if it got this heated. First off, we wouldn't want things to get this heated. Things would definitely be handled at a much calmer tone. 'Cause, I mean, like people are people. People have to talk about things, and you got to be receptive to how people feel. So clearly, Queenzflip feels crossed, and I think Joe should really just kind of pause for a moment, take a step back, because he is the boss. So you have to be the bigger man as the boss if you want to be the boss. If you want to call somebody an employee and you're the boss, then you need to start practicing being the bigger man.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't agree with this, Joe. As much like I said, I look up to you. Like you've accomplished a lot in this space that I'm looking to accomplish, and you've pretty much blazed a trail for me to run right on through. So I look at you for guidance a lot, but I just can't agree with this direction you're taking here. I know this is definitely getting you some traction and more and more viewers and stuff like that, but at what cost?
That's just gonna leave him friendless, honestly. Friendless and having to constantly keep replacing people because you could be somebody's boss and talk to them civilly with any issue that you have. This is not. I don't know. That's not the way you talk to somebody.
Nah,
All up in
certainly
their
not.
face. Like you can't talk to everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? He's like he knows flip and maybe they know that they won't interact or whatever, but shit. There's certain ways you talk to certain people. I know Joe Budden, his personality, like the way that I've seen him on other shows and stuff, when he has something to say, he don't care what nobody else has. The right way to approach things, especially when they work for you. Like that's a power dynamic, and you don't just I don't know. That's just to me. You don't talk to anybody any.
No, I agree with you. You definitely called it. You hit it right on the head when you say that. Joe is very very. He's gonna get his point out over everybody else's point. So I totally agree with you there. But yeah, hopefully they can bounce back from this because I feel like Queen's Flip is a valuable piece to the podcast at this point. He's a funny guy. He's also bringing his own individual audience over to the podcast, which is always a benefit for the overall network. So hopefully, they're able to work this out and keep things moving in the direction it's moving because they're actually doing pretty good as far as like pods go with a large amount of people.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like watching that stuff from time to time.
it's funny. It's funny. Some of it really is funny, and Joe really does take it there sometimes. Sometimes he pulls a punch. Sometimes, but that's because he has industry relationships and stuff. But still, that's why, like, stay tuned to this pod because we don't have industry relationships. You know what I mean? Fuck
So
them niggas.
yeah.
Dead ass, like, what y'all eat don't make me shit.
Mhm.